Ahoy there, I'm Tiny Pirate and welcome back to Birthdays the Beginning. Now, as you can probably see right in the middle of the screen, I've created an enormous mountain. Right at the top of that is actually a mountain biome. I'm curious what that will do, and along the way there are some highlands and uplands biomes there. It's a pretty ugly hill, I will be honest with you. I am quite conscious of its failure to be attractive, but that's something that I will need a bit of time to fix because A, it's time consuming, and B, it uses a lot of hit points to do it. So it's not something I can get into straight away. What I'm hoping is that it provides a little bit of variety in the conditions so that we'll see a few more interesting species pop up. I am noticing a drop in temperature which is leading to what looks like quite a few dinosaur related issues. So I'm going to hop back down in here and hopefully sort that out with a few maybe a few heating stones just around the edges of the forest here. So I think around here 38 degrees is pretty cold for dinosaurs. One thing I'm very conscious of. Look at this, a 15 by 15 mountain. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna, maybe I'll drop that in a second actually. Yes. Let's drop that here. And I'm gonna drop another one over here. Let me check the temperature. Like, a lot of forest here has gone. You probably remember, or you might remember in the last episode, I had a bit of forest here, and it has in fact vanished. So, yeah, put the stone down there. How are the waters right now? Not warm. Put one down there. And, where else should we go? I'm sort of thinking, is that going to be enough? Actually, one of the things I do want to do is to create possibly a slightly better river. Just because I can get a river up here, which will be interesting. Look, we've got uplands and then highlands. So I might start a highland river and gently drop it into the ocean. But one of the things I could do is, why don't I use that mountain source right here and we'll see what it does. Oh, okay. Right, okay, it made everything really ugly, and it made the world colder. That wasn't so ideal. Well, never mind. Let me try and make some kind of exciting river feature for you all. Alright, let's try for a river here. I think that sounds fun. It's also going to green up the place a little bit, so it could go this way. Oh, okay. I might just pull this up here. And we'll fix this up so that it's going to look beautiful for everyone. And then we'll be able to have a river that flows through a few different areas. Maybe has its own little pools on a few of those areas. I'm hoping that a few pools will sort of give it a better chance of producing the kind of life we want, because we want dragonflies and some of those other lives. And those, I think, will help our very first mammal appear. That's the impression I get from the kind of hint that it gives when you read the description for the mammals. Alright, well, I've finished quite a mighty river if you check it out here. Look, it's got pools all the way along it, little lakes, and it starts all the way up here in some highlands. So I'm very curious to see what that does. I'm hoping it provides a nice and interesting spot. It connects down here with our other river. So I'm hoping it provides a really nice, interesting feature. Let's see what a bit of time delay is going to do to us. And hopefully it produces for us. Really nice. Oh, look, got some new plants. Steptersis. Pterandons and others are having a bit of a hard time. I suspect the plunging temperature caused by those mountains is part of the problem. Diphodon, but I can't really do much about that because there has to be some mountains for more varieties. Conifers are coming in on the mountains. Oh wow, there's a lot of life. Adelobacillus, Giganobrachium, Delatudium, Magna, whatever it is. Let's go have a look. There might be some interesting things now. So I'm going to have a squiz around. A whole bunch of new stuff is around the life that we, and around the river. So who knows what we'll spot if we're careful. Oh, there it is. Oh, this guy. Oh, what are you? You are fantastic. Let's capture you. No, let's capture you and see what you say. Looks like a crocodile of some kind. A large reptile that dwells near rivers and hot climates. It appears near the breeding grounds of Diphodon. Brilliant. likes warm weather as per. And around here, oh, something new down there. Some new small lizard. I think so. I think this is the precursor. Yes, Diphrodon is the precursor to our mammal, the very first mammal. Right, okay, so it's got this wonderful land. We've got a little freshwater fish here. What are you? So we have Climatius, a small fish migrated from waters to freshwater. Brilliant. So we have a bit of space for those freshwater fish, which is great. There's still a whole bunch of stuff up on the mountains. I think that's just plants. Look, here are these guys scurrying around. And all these freshwater fish. Beautiful. It looks like some early conifers here. I said I wasn't going to do plants, but I got so many of them, I think I'll just smash through them pretty quick. Right, adapted to dry plains. And up here we have... Oh, we did it all the way from up here. We have the conifer. So a little bit more life is still out there. What is it exactly? Is it these plants? Oh, there he is. The first mammal. He's appeared for us. Come here, little mammal. Oh, you're so adorable. Let's check. We're going to have to check you out on the family tree. Deltharidium. A mouse that migrated from the forest to the plains. Is that it? Are you... Do we have anything else new in here to look at? I have a feeling there's something else. Here's a wonderful brachiosaur. Hello, big boy. You're looking very nice today. Oh, there's one down there. I can see him. We've got two little mices. Come here, you. That might have been the very first Misi mice. We'll have a look. I think it is. This is our, yes, Adelobacillus. First mammal protects itself by hiding in the shadows of trees in hot climates. It runs away from Diphrodon. Oh, that is amazing. I think that's about all the new life we have right now. It's going to be time to study the family tree to figure out what life requires to really thrive. You know, I think it's interesting. We're seeing the cooling of the world. And as the world is cooling because mountains are being thrust up, in this case by me in the real world, of course, tectonic activity and stuff did that. Do we have you, little lizard? You're adorable. We've got you. Good. Yeah, in the real world, tectonic activity shoved things around, and of course, comets came, and there were other events which caused mass extinctions, and dinosaurs died out. I'm interested if you can actually hit mammals, like big mammals, while having dinosaurs still around. Probably only by, you know, really heavy use of the hot and cold stones. Yeah. And it looks like I found the dragonfly. I thought there was one fluttering around. Wonderful. Okay, come here, come here, come here. Don't escape off the edge of the map. That's the void. You want to keep away from that. So what are you? You are Meganuria, a large insect evolved wings to fly. Appeared near rivers in various places. Okay, well, you're not near a river right now, pal, but I'll let you go with that. That's fine. You're allowed to roam. And actually, hang on. What is this? What? A large... Were there some plants there we don't have? Some... No, I think we have these. Yeah, that's fine. A large blue brachiosaur? You must be the swimming type? What are you? I don't know. You don't look quite like a swimming fish. A Giganobrachia. A brachiosaurus that mutated to live in the shallows. Ah. I didn't even know there was such a thing. So it just sort of wandered around the mud and mangroves or whatever there were before mangroves and just sort of ate seaweed. Sounds pretty boring. I suppose you might be free from certain large predators if you're stomping around in water that goes up to your ankles, which for normal people would be, you know, 20 feet tall, right? Right, it's time to look at the library again. The library's really... here we go, see? Our mices. We've got the lowland mouse and the upland mouse, and in theory we could get a tropical wetlands mouse. That requires a lot of moisture. Interesting, and warm as heck. What else we got here? So this is a house mouse. Things need to be quite a bit colder for it to appear. That's very interesting. We're going to have to wait a long time for them. Cold desert. Cold, cold, cold. We don't want to get into cold right now. This is the guy we really want. 14 to 20 degrees. Sabertooth, blah, blah, blah. After Deletidium went extinct. Oh, so that guy may have to go extinct first. And Malthus began to propagate. And mammoths. Oh, I see. It emerged as Dilithium vetus, and something else spread rapidly. There's quite a few prerequisites here, and I don't know the names of all the things I'm prerequisiting. Okay, so I think we'll just have a look here. So what does it want? Cold and moist. Likewise, cold, cold, cold. And to get into the early monkeys, appeared after the propagation of Delthoridium, which we will have to keep an eye out for. It wants land and it wants moisture. So we need to check, I think, and see what kind of moisture we have on our cold lands. So look, these are very not too bad up here. But oh, a new guy. Yeah, a new guy appeared while I was waiting. What are you? Giant crocodile thing, I suspect. Mastodontosaurus. Oh gosh. That looks massive. You are a big, big fellow. Are you new? A black one of the previous? No, looks like we got you already. But you are a big fellow. So I'm just sort of having a look around here. Temperatures here are still too low. Or too high, sorry. Up here, are we getting a lot of temperature drop? It is dry up here. But here we go. We need to use our massive rain cloud. We're going to drop that one there. And I'm going to drop some along here as well. And just try and sort of moisten these uplands. Because I think... Oh, there we go. We can do that. And global cooling. No, I don't want to do that yet. I do think a cold stone... it's pretty warm. It's pretty cold up there. Oh, new flower. How exciting. Oh, maybe I'll skip that for you guys. Oh, why not? We'll have a look. Have a look. What do we got here? Bellflower. Very nice. Okay. So, maybe those little tweaks will be enough. I think there's only one way to find out. We have to flip back and then just check what the populations start doing. We've got 4 new things. Trimetodron, Runeria. Oh, something died up on the hills. Gerbera, so we got new flowers. I think they look like a new Rhabdobacillus. Pachyorhynchus is dying off. That's probably fine. What else? I'm just looking at the bottom just to make sure nothing has gone extinct. Aguilaria. We might have to go look for these. We'll go study. Pachyorhynchus has died off. That's fine. Let's go study the creatures to see if we can find our monkey ancestor. Or that's not the correct term, is it really? I'll get in trouble with any anthropologists out there. We do have what looks like a new what is it, dragonfly type creature? That's pretty cool. So Velonicuria, right, cold lands. Great. So the cold lands are having an effect. We're seeing more plants and things appear, which is brilliant. And we've got a giant new, it looks like one of our very early, is it a mastodon? Can't remember, the very first dinosaur we had on land with the frill on his back. A Dimetrodon. So there you go, I think that was the very first, that's right, a Dimetrodon was the very first one we had, and we have those evolved. It looks like we're starting to get more flowers and bits and bobs up in these uplands. And there are other things kicking around if I can spot them. Is it you who are new? Yeah, a new dragonfly. Anuria, great, another cold elevation critter. It looks like we also have one of the new mices over here. So I'm hoping this is what we want to get our next mammal. Rhabdobacillus. Tropical wetlands. Great. I'm glad that we've got these tropical wetlands. Threw in a little bit of a hill here. I was just kind of hoping to spread a little bit more plant life around because it has sort of, I don't know, it seemed to have stopped spreading over here. So I thought a bit of change to elevation might provide some more opportunities for things to get on with it. So what I might do just to see is drop one of these seeds of evolution on some of these mices. I think we'll use that one. Just to see what he does. Maybe something interesting will happen. So we're seeing a whole bunch of butterflies and I think maybe a new snake as well. I want to grab them, and yes, we do have a new snake. I want to grab them, and then I want to have a look at the Tree of Life to see where we need to get on with things. Come on, plants and creatures and stuff. So, oh, what was it? Oh, butterfly, there you are. Oh, that's fantastic. What have we got here? Primal butterfly. Lovely. Okay, great. We got primal butterfly. And some other kind of butterfly, I think? Yes, you are, in fact. Beautiful proto-butterfly. A primal that's evolved to adapt to cold climates, new flowers. Not so exciting, perhaps. Gigantopterid. Okay. Got more levels. Levels is always good. Good for the old terraforming. I think we just gained some kind of massive terraforming power. Another big lizard. Another cold water adapted or cold weather adapted Dimetrodon, I think. Wetlands? Alright, fair enough. Didn't look very wet up here, but that's fine. So it's time to go and... oh, some other... oh, so many creatures. We got a veritable soup of new life to discover a primal butterfly that flies near rivers. Alright. Apparently we're fantastic when it comes to butterflies and fluttery things. And there's something else we've got around here as well, but I'm not sure what it is. I suspect it's probably just another boring plant. We'll find it. Come here, little purple thing. Okay, so we do have a new oh, come here. New pterodon here, which is fun. So we are getting a little bit of the old birds coming along. Flew from the shore to hunt fish in the ocean. Oh, fine. Well done to you, pterodon thing. Think that's it for new life. Let's pop back and look at the codex. So our library codex here. Come here. Just give me... okay, we got it finally. Alright, so where are we? It needs to... Its small primate emerges will begin to cool. It appeared after propagation of delthridium, which I think we have, right? Rhabdobacillus delthridium. So that's the guy we've got. He's the key. That's the one. That's our ancestor, everyone. If you want to say hello to your great granddad, that's him. So what do we got here? Emerged after delthridium vanished and its felon praetes. Don't know what that is. House mouse, maybe? Replacing delthridium. Oh. Okay, so we need land and it needs to get a lot colder. Wow, that's going to be tough on a lot of creatures, especially our good old dinosaur buddies here. And we still have so many dinosaurs to go down. And yeah, many of them, they want a little bit higher temperature than what we've got now. So it might be a good idea. Well, look at that, 40 to 50. Wow. Was it consumed by Brachiosaurus? Oh, okay, great. Yeah, these guys, they're going to need a lot more high temperatures, so it's probably time to do a little bit of getting in there and cooking up a bit more land, throwing down some of the heat bubbles, and oh, perhaps over here I might really warm it up a bit, because look, we're at 36, 30. It's not very warm. The sea's at 35. Yeah, I mean that's not the best. I also want to drop. Maybe actually I do want to do it like this. Get a bit of sea going. And I want to, yeah, make it a good size sea. And now we're going to give it some heat in here. Come on. Why not flamestone? We're going to cook ourselves some fish. And over here, what do I think? Why not? Oh, come here, flamestone. Yes, look at that bad boy. That's going to be a lot of temperature, and I'm hoping it pushes some of our creatures towards some kind of evolutionary decision. Oh, get a bit of clear space. Brilliant. And at the same time, it might be time for a little bit more cold around those mountains, but I'm conscious that we actually need to sort of supersede some of our existing creatures before we get those higher order mammals. Seems that way, at least. Well, I've significantly enhanced the river network that exists on our proto-mountain. It's not the best mountain in the world, but I just wanted to add a little bit more greenery and a little bit more chance for some of these drier places to grab a little bit of moisture to see what happens I suspect that we're going to need to do a little bit more geoengineering to really make things work for us. We have to get that beautiful, fantastical new mammal to appear. Oh my goodness, we have got a ton of new creatures evolving and dying off as well. I dropped a couple of evolutionary seeds and mutation seeds around just to see what would happen. Look, I think we've got our first larger mammals. Oh, there was a whole bunch of them there. I think we've got the tiger that I'm looking for. Where are you? Oh, what is that? There is a something, like a cow? I think it is. It's like an early cow. A boss, a herbivorous mammal with magnificent horns. Brilliant. Okay, that's good news, at least. We're starting to see mammals take over. Oh, here he is. I've spotted him. Hello, you. Some kind of early mountain lion or dog? What are you? An early dog, Androracius. A large mammal appeared sometime after Dilithium. Beautiful. That's it. We're well on the route to mammaldom now. And I have a couple of ideas to speed that along. What are you? I think that's it. I think that's our first primate. Look at him. There he is. What is he? Eosimius, a small primate that emerged as the world began to cool. It appeared after the propagation of Dilithium. You are simply amazing. How close can I get to looking at you? Look at you. My great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. You are beautiful and fantastic, and I admire everything about you. And I'm just really pleased. It makes an adorable chimpy sound. Watch out for the dinosaur. Get away. Get away from the dinosaur over there. But you are fantastic. I love it. What do we know about you? 69,000 of you? You seem pretty happy right here in these wild lands. That means we're well on the way to humans, and there's a good chance we'll be able to get early hominids. While dinosaurs are still around, I won't have to necessarily engage in my master plan. So my master plan, in case you don't know what that was to possibly use the global cooling seed. So this would lower the temperature permanently, almost like the sun had dropped energy, which is one of the things. The sun goes through various phases, as you may or may not know, and when it's in a bit of a low energy phase, I think, right now, and when it heats up for a while, which it did early on, a few billion years ago, a lot more energy was dropped on Earth, and everything was a lot hotter. So, yeah, our little chimp friend, I was going to give him a help with the cooling off period to enable lots more mammals, but I think we're going to be fine. That mammal is rocking. I love him. He's just going to have to fight dinosaurs to survive. I think he'll be fine. He's got opposable thumbs. Dinosaurs do not have opposable thumbs. They are merely giant lizards. Giant fluffy lizards, but giant lizards nonetheless. I think it might be good to check out our family tree here. Just see how far we've come. Oh, there is... Yes, there he is. Androracius. So we've got the start of all the trees except for the mammals. It needs this phrymium to be spread rapidly. So, that's Mus Macillus, which did come and then die off. Same with this one. So I think my evolutionary seeds caused these guys to appear, but it was too hot for them, so they died off. So we know what they are, the Smilodon and the Mus. And then this guy, Mammothus, needs the Phelum pratense. I'm suspicious that might be a plant. I'm not too sure. But this guy, what does he need next? Another large primate. And then we're into hominids, humans. So we need for this cooler temperature. It needs cooler temperatures to survive. Moist lands, cool temperatures. And we need to, I don't know, maybe we can go down some of these other trees as well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I go straight for man? Should we have mankind, modern man versus the dinosaurs? I think the dinosaurs might die out with this temperature range. They're not going to be that great, so low in temperature like these guys can. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you reckon I should do. More dinosaurs or straight for humans? Maybe some more mammals. Anyway, there's enough rambling from me. It's been fantastic to have you around. Until next time, this has been Birthdays, the beginning. Again, and still, and always, the strangest name game I've ever heard. Until next time, I've been Tony Pirate. Goodbye.